Hi, welcome to the IELTS Masterclass episode 4B. All right, and in this episode, I'll be talking about IELTS Writing Task 2. All right, but before I jump into that, of course, I'm going to be sharing with you the secrets that you need in order to smash your IELTS writing task. But before I jump into that, I want to tell you about something. The task 1, which was covered in episode 4A, is actually, the expected length is 150 words. Task 2, which we're about to cover, the expected length is 250 words. So ideally, you should spend more time in task 2 than in task 1. But many people make the mistake of switching it. They'll spend more time in task 1. When they come to task 2, they do not have time. So keep this in mind. One way to make sure you don't spend so much time in task 1, which is letter writing, is to make sure that you keep to that one paragraph to deliver the points. Because by the time you look at your greetings, the one paragraph, your closing, you already surpass 100 and something words, right? Then you close and that's it. Even if it's not up to 150 on the dot, provided it's like more than 100, you have done well, right? Then you move over to task 2, because if you stay in task 1 and you write until you have nothing else to think about, when you come to task 2, you'll be running short of time. Because it's 250 words, it's a lot of words, so you will not have time to complete writing it. And you know what we say, IELTS is more about structure than even the content. So once you don't have time to complete, if you stop halfway, what happens to all the things you're supposed to do at the end? You're not getting any mark for them. So keep that in mind. The other thing I want you to know is that for both task 1 and task 2, practice what you're learning from this video. All right, and I want to assure you that IELTS is 70% structure and 30% content. Most people, when it comes to essay writing, their biggest fear is, how will I come up with the content? If you go with the structure I'm going to tell you, you come up with the content faster. So focus on the structure, the content will follow, right? Okay, then another thing to keep in mind is that when you're writing essay, you want to avoid repetition. You already know you're going through different paragraphs. Think of different ways to start a paragraph, like firstly, secondly, thirdly, although, all those connecting words. You don't want to be every time although, because they are looking at your vocabulary, right? Like your ability to use different words, not just keep repeating the same word all the time. So take note of that. Especially in particular, practice transition words. Avoid repeating transition words. That's one place that is very easy for you to repeat transition words. Also, you keep repeating it. Then when it comes to essay writing, let's talk about 2 basics. The first one is, again, the structure of a paragraph, right? Every paragraph has topic sentence, explanation for the topic sentence, example to back up the explanation for the topic sentence. Okay? So those are things to take in mind. Then the other thing is that when they ask you to write essay, you have to take a position. What I mean by that is, you don't want to be caught, like if they say, should people drink water? You don't want to say, yeah, some people can drink water, but some people should not. You are like, neither here nor there. You have to take a position. Even if that position is crazy, yes, nobody should drink water again. In fact, your essay will be more interesting, because when the person reads it, the people are like, really? They're interested, they want to read. So it does not matter whether your position is crazy, but you must take a position. You know what the Bible says about lukewarm? Those that are not neither here nor there, you will be spit out. So the worst thing you can make in essay writing, worst mistake you can make in essay writing is not taking a position. So when they give you something to talk about, sometimes they will say they want something like, a particular people want to cut down the tree in your community. Write to the city council and advise them on what to do. You must take a position, meaning your essay may be advising them to cut the tree, or your essay may be advising them against cutting the tree, but you must take a position. You cannot say, if you want to cut it. If you don't want to cut it, you can leave it. That is not acceptable. All right? Even when they tell you compare and contrast, some people think that compare and contrast means you always will be saying this is this, this is that, this is this, this is that. Yeah, that's part of what you're going to do. But you must start by taking a position. So, for example, if they say compare low cut, cutting my hair, versus plaiting my hair, right? I must take a position. So I can say that taking a position could be, I believe that everybody should plait their hair, you know? See, the fact that I'm cutting my hair does not mean my position must be cutting hair. Is the examiner seeing you? Even if he's seeing you, that's not what is being marked. So understand that it's about structure instead of the content. So imagine I take the position of, yes, every lady should be plaiting her hair. I'm just giving an example. So I'll say, in my opinion, every lady should be plaiting her hair. There are major differences between, similarities and differences between plaiting hair and making hair. You see, I'm going to compare and contrast, but I must start with taking a position. Then I can say, when you plait your hair, you don't easily, you can't easily wash the hair anytime you want. It can make you sweaty. I'm just giving an example. Like, you can say any rubbish or any good thing you want to say. The most important thing is, even if you're going to compare and contrast, take a position. You must take a position. It's called thesis, the thesis of the essay. Like, it's like, in all these things you want to talk about, what do you really want to support? You know? So let's get started, and I'm going to show you the basic structure of an essay. So this is task 2, essay writing. What is the basic structure? Okay, basic concept. I'm going to tell you. This is what I learned from the masterclass I talked to you about. Basic concept is that the essay writing given to you, especially because of the length, is 250 words. So how many things could you possibly write? There are essays that are 5,000 words, right? There are essays that are 50 words. But for a 250 word essay, you want to average like, so let me give you something to work with. In total, okay, you are going to have five, let me just say 5 paragraphs. In total, you're going to have 5 paragraphs, all right? So we have paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me explain to you. So paragraph 1 is like the introduction. So let me say introduction. The last paragraph is what? Conclusion, right? Right? It's making sense. Introduction, conclusion. Then this is body. Body 1, body of the essay, body 2, and body 3. Do you see? So this is the basic outline for the IELTS writing task 2, essay writing. You're going to have introduction. It's total of 5 paragraphs, you know, but the paragraph 1 is introduction. The paragraph 5 is conclusion. So in this essay, you are going to have 3 paragraphs in between your introduction and your conclusion. This means that you are going to come up with what? 3 main points to share. You know, 3 main points to share. There will be introduction, 3 main points, conclusion. And I'm going to tell you what should be in your introduction and what should be in your conclusion. Your 3 main points can be anything, provided it's related to the task or whatever they ask you to write. Remember, irrespective of whatever the points are, because this is paragraph 2, 3, 4, right? Because this is a paragraph, it's going to have the basic structure. You know the basic structure of a paragraph. Topic sentence, let's write it. Topic sentence, explanation for the topics, explanation for the topic sentence, example to back up the explanation for the topic sentence. So you see the way I'm breaking it down, so that it's like outrightly you know what to do. There's introduction, there's conclusion, there is paragraph 2, 3, 4, which is the main body of the essay. But each paragraph is like 1 point. So when I mean 3 paragraphs, I mean 3 paragraphs here, right? I'm talking about, when I talk about 3 paragraphs here, I'm talking about 3 points. So whatever they ask you to do in that essay, you are going to do it with 3 points. So let's say they say, should people travel abroad? You are going to do it with 3 points. You are going to back up your response with 3 points, 3 main points. But each of those points, you are going to summarize it in a topic sentence. You are going to explain that point, right? And then you are going to give example. Then you come to point 2, topic sentence, explanation, example. Point 3, topic sentence, explanation, example. That's it. Now, let me tell you what should be your introduction and what should be your conclusion. So, introduction has 2 things. Conclusion has 2 things. Let's check them out. So 1 and 2. Conclusion has 2 things. 1 and 2. Are you ready to hear what they are? Are you ready to hear what they are? So the introduction. This is what I learned, and this works. Introduction. For introduction, the first thing is to paraphrase the question. The second thing is to state your position. So your introduction is a paraphrase of the question you were asked and you stating where you belong. The conclusion should not have any new thing. Instead, the conclusion should be summary of point 1, point 2, and point 3, and you stating your position again. So, conclusion will have summary. I'm going to say summary of bodies 1, 2, and 3. You know, when I say bodies 1, 2, and 3, I mean this body, this body, this body. So your conclusion is summary of what you said here, what you said here, what you said here, and what you said here, and restates your position. Let me do it like this so that you can see. So you're going to have summary of what you said here, here, here. Then you will restate your position. The easiest mistake to make is to introduce new material, something you did not talk about here, here, here. You are not talking about it. You are talking about it in conclusion. Fail. You do not introduce a new thing into the conclusion. Summarize point 1, point 2. So, and one way to summarize is just to say, in conclusion, let's say I gave 3 points for study abroad, which is that easy job. I'm just giving an example. Easy job, immigration, life advantages, right? So I can, in conclusion, I'll say something like, the ability to easily get job. There's ability to easily get job, other life advantages, and ease of immigration are major reasons why students should travel abroad. I believe that, like, you will, so this is the summary. So you will restate your opinion, right? Which is that truly, young people should make effort to travel abroad. You see, I'm not introducing anything new in this conclusion. You state the 3 points, right? You like tie them together. Then you restate your position, which is that what I believe that people should travel abroad. Now let's look at the introduction. As I said, introduction is paraphrase the question and state your opinion. So let's say the question is, should people travel abroad to study? Should people travel abroad to study? That's the question. Let me paraphrase it. I will say something like, people always ask if it is worth it to travel abroad. Or maybe that may not be a good paraphrase. Let's say, it is often asked whether one should travel abroad to study or not. That's paraphrasing the question. You see? Then I will have to state my position. In my opinion, people should travel abroad for study. Or people should study abroad. Young adults should study abroad. Professionals should study abroad. You can add flavor to it. But the most important thing is that in your introduction, you are going to paraphrase. Let me put that. You are going to paraphrase paraphrase the question. There's not enough space, so I'm just saying paraphrase question. Paraphrase question and state position. When I mean position, is like, what are you supporting? So look at how we have dismantled IELTS writing task 2, which is what? The essay writing. When they give you a topic, you will start with an introduction. You will come up with 3 points. It doesn't matter whether the points are true or not. Nobody is marking you based on that. And then you're going to have a conclusion. Under your introduction, you are going to paraphrase the question and state your opinion. If preferably say in your opinion, then say what you believe. So people should travel abroad. You can also say in your opinion, people should not travel abroad. It doesn't matter what you stand for. Just take a position. Because if you're in between, you're lukewarm, you'll be spit out. Right? Paraphrase questions, take a position. Now, you have 1 point, 2 point, 3 points. So when you know this, you can say, oh, why should people travel abroad? Okay, more jobs. Okay, this, you quickly write down these 3 points, right? In each of the points, topic sentence, explain the point, give example. Topic sentence, explain the point, give example. Topic sentence, explain the point, give example. Come to conclusion. Tie together point 1, point 2, and point 3. Restate your opinion. Your essay is done. If you follow this, if you notice, I did not say too much about the content, what you should write and what you should not write, because it's not important. That's not what matters. What matters is, did you follow this structure? That's what matters. Did you follow this structure? If you follow this structure, you will get your 7 minimum. And again, if you follow this structure for 1, that means you will have enough time to complete 2. And you'll be able to conclude your essay before your time is up. So what usually eats people's time is that because they don't know how to start, they are thinking, that thinking time, 10 minutes, they've not even come up with their points. But if you know, so once you get it, you say introduction, body 1, body 2, body 3, conclusion. You know, so introduction, rephrase the question and state your opinion. Explain point 1, explain point 2, explain point 3, and do it this way. There's no way you will not score 7 in writing. Like, practice this thing that I taught you. All right? Practice this thing that I taught you. This is bigger, but let me do it like, practice this thing that I taught you, and you will see the difference. So, I believe that with everything that I've taught you about IELTS writing, you should not have a problem scoring your desired score in IELTS writing. And definitely, I want to hear about your success story. So do well to email me once your IELTS result is out. You can email me at drlinda@vantagemigration.ca. All right, drlinda@vantagemigration.ca. Or you can search me on social media, Dr. Linda Eheme on Facebook, Dr. Linda Eheme on Instagram. Those are the 2 major ones, right? So Instagram, my Instagram page is verified, so it's very easy for you not to fall into the hands of scammers. So you can send me out on Instagram, send me a message inbox. But if you send me an email, it's easier and faster for you. So send me an email. I want to hear about your success story, because IELTS writing gives people lots of stress. If you follow what I've taught you in episode 4A and episode 4B, you will smash your IELTS writing. Well, I look forward to hearing your success story. Make sure you complete the rest of the episode. This is a 7-episode masterclass. There is episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, and with this, you are ready to go for your IELTS exam. Go and smash it. You are eligible. You are qualified. You are ready to go smash this exam. All right. Till I see you soon.